And Grosskreuz's testimony taking up the majority of the day, but as our Bill Miston explains, this isn't the only legal matter involving Grosskreutz and the events of that evening. Bill joins us live with more on that story. Bill?
Good evening, Ted. As Angelica briefly mentioned, Grosskreutz is suing both the city and county in connection to the events of that night that ended with him being shot. On cross-examination, the defense bringing up that federal civil rights lawsuit and damages claims, as well as elements of that lawsuit being brought up during direct examination by the state.
I want you to try and put yourself back in the frame of that evening.
During testimony Monday in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, Gage Grosskreutz, the state's key witness, saying a statement made by Rittenhouse following the shooting of Joseph Rosenbaum made him recall an event earlier in the evening.
An individual I had recorded, Mr. Balch, had described some sort of plan with the police.
That Mr. Balch, Ryan Balch, who testified last week, saying he, along with several other people, traveled to Kenosha armed to protect property where they met Kyle Rittenhouse. In a lawsuit filed in Milwaukee federal court last month against the city and county of Kenosha, Grosskreutz alleging police allowed Rittenhouse and others to patrol the streets of Kenosha unchecked. In the complaint saying Balch says on video, "You know what the cops told us today? They were like, we're going to push them down by you because you can deal with them, and then we're going to leave."
In that document, you again failed to mention that you possessed a firearm. Is that right?
That is correct.
Rittenhouse's defense attorney bringing up the lawsuit and a claim for damages.
To be fair, this is your testimony today, and how this case turns out has an impact on your ability to try to collect your $10 million, right?
That is correct.
After nearly 4 hours on the stand, Grosskreutz saying little as he left the courthouse with his attorney, Kimberly Motley.
Well, I think it was good that you all got to hear his story. You got to hear about, the experience of Gage and so what he was doing out that night. We're not here for the federal civil rights. We're here for the criminal case. And I think the fact of the matter is that, Rittenhouse, we strongly believe that he should be found guilty on all counts, and that our client, Mr. Grosskreutz, told the world what happened.
And now, obviously, Ted, that lawsuit as well as the damages claim not the issue at hand for the jury as they consider this case. An attorney for the county as well as County Sheriff David Beth denying the allegations in that federal civil rights lawsuit and says he intends to have the case dismissed. But just some background and context of some of the conversations and events that were brought up during testimony today. Ted?
Well, that'll be up to a judge, but that's for another day. Bill, thank you.